It's the 2 Minute Hacks Podcast. Let's talk about it every morning at 8:30 a.m. And also on Wednesday, it's the midweek service at 6:30 p.m. You can also join our Facebook group on Facebook Podcast with the most. We got Tony Mays and Lavelle Salter. It's the 2 Minute Hacks Podcast. Let's talk about it.
Top of the morning to you, my good people. Happy Tuesday morning. I almost lost track of the day. Man, it's your host with the most, Tony May, Lavelle Salter. What it do, my guy?
Good morning, man. Happy Tuesday. I didn't get my phone ready.
Did you say what now?
I said I didn't have my phone ready.
Oh. Man, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, bro. God is good. As they say, all the time, God is good. I see you updated that overlay, man.
Oh yeah, man. This is something real quick, like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. You threw the 2 Men in hats new logo, one of the new logos up there. Oh man. So look, man, yesterday we kind of really homed in, man, on the vulnerability aspects of and how we can kind of, use that as a strength, man. But so I really wanted to kind of delve in today, man, and talk about I guess kind of tap into that vulnerability a little bit and talk about some of our greatest fears or uncertainties headed into this new era with this new POTUS. And because it's a lot to take in. It's a lot to really just kind of wrap your head around, man. And I mean, everything is moving so quickly. The changes and the disruptions are moving so quickly, man. And people are unnerved. They are just kind of don't really know, man. A lot of uncertainty. And so I wanted to really just kind of tap into that vulnerability this morning, man, to see where people were in terms of their fears about ushering in this new era. So one of the things, I've noticed, like yesterday, I saw somebody post Costco. They posted the line for membership at Costco, and the line was at the door, wrapped around the door. So why do you think that is?
I know Costco is the DEI as well. So they may have something to do with it, because I think a lot of people saying they're not going to shop at Sam's.
But what else?
Probably stocking up on stuff.
There you go. So they said, hey, if we're not going to support Walmart or its brand, and we're going to support Costco, well, we got to get a member. Because we don't want to go to Sam's and buy the book if we're not going to support them, right? And we're going to go to Costco. But it's the book too.
Right.
It's the book stuff. And people are starting to really stack up and stock up, man. I actually saw a couple of videos where they were just headed, throwing out warnings of people to just go and get stuff that this is some, Lavelle, Monica and I have been doing this for years. Getting our emergency kits and going by these big old super large extra tubs and just stocking up with stuff. But one of the things that I kept saying we needed to do that we really hadn't done yet was stock up on like non-perishable, like canned goods and non-perishable items. And so we were talking about it the other night, and I was like, you know what? I'm finna just quit talking about it. Just order. So I went on Amazon and just ordered me a couple of the 25-year uh uh what is it, the vegetables and fruits and the entrees. I ordered a few of those, man. To kind of, and then, they have a 25-year shelf life. So I ordered
Right.
some of that stuff, man. Just to kind of, because you don't know, bro. We're not we. This is what I want people to understand too. It's not that we trying to wheel something into motion, right?
Mhm.
But I don't know who, somebody said this other day. If you ready, you ain't got to get ready, or if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
Right.
And I guess that's my mindset. Is if I'm already ready, if I'm staying ready, when something happens, I don't have to run out and get ready. I don't want to be the one of those ones running out to the store every time they say it's gonna snow and pack up the snow and buy all the food. I don't want to be that person. I want to be like, oh shit, we good.
Right.
We good over here. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So, again, nobody's trying to instill any kind of fear factor or anything, but I just want people to be prepared, be ready for whatever that come down. If nothing comes down, you still ready.
Right. Right.
If that makes sense.
Oh yeah.
So, with that being in mind, what are some of your reservations or your fears entering into this? Because when I look at you, Lavelle, even though Dunn works a W-2 job,
Mhm.
you're an independent business owner,
Right.
and there's a lot could mess with the flow of your money.
You're right. Me and my
So
god sister were just talking about it the other day.
you said what?
I said me and my god sister were just talking about it the other day.
So what are some of your fears or reservations about this new era of this POTUS and going into?
Well, I actually thought about getting a job.
Huh?
I said I actually thought about getting a job. One time, a couple of days ago.
Wow.
Costco make this up there pay the $30 an hour, and I stay up the street from Costco. It was just a thought. So just to try to offset some stuff. I picked up the thing on Wednesdays, but I don't know, bro. It's just I'm trying to stay optimistic at the same time. Because when you're the man of the household, you don't want to show. You be trying not to show your fear, so to speak. But at the same time, it's something to really start thinking about. Not just
Have
for myself.
you and Don even talked about like what stuff may look like?
We always talk
Good
about
morning,
stuff
Pops.
like
Good morning, Azon.
we kind of like you and Monica. We always have those type of conversations. Trying to put back. Buying the water and different paper towels and tissue and putting stuff up. We kind of been on that thing. We ain't really did tap into the food stuff and some of the stuff that y'all buy, but we had those conversations all the time. Just trying to be ready and be counterproductive. But it's a lot to think about with me because even with her job, with some they've been some of the shipping stuff been acting crazy and with these tariffs and all this stuff, we don't know what's gonna happen.
Wow.
One thing about it with my job is, as far as business or whatever, people still want to have a good time and try to party some of this bullshit away. So I guess it got its pros and cons.
I think for me, and me, even though we talked about like stocking up on stuff, like I really hadn't like ask Monica about what her fears are. But and she hadn't really shared with me, and it's probably because she know I'm so proactive when it comes to stuff like this that I'm always thinking about, like, what can we do to make sure we secure our family? You know what I'm saying? Like, even with the radios, the two-way radio things that I bought, you know what I'm saying? It's just stuff like this. So I haven't really talked to her or asked her about like really how she felt about it. Personally, good morning, Kathy. Good morning, Queen. But for me personally, I guess my fear is being caught, or those who I love being caught sort of with their pants down, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Cause you know, I can think for me and Monica, but I can't think for everybody. And if we're in a situation where we gotta gather up quick or get together, or if we can't get together, how are they gonna make it if we're isolated? You see what I'm saying? And I guess that's my biggest fear.
Yeah.
It's like being isolated from those who I love and can't get to them, or we can't because of whatever. Good morning, Sonya. So that's my biggest fear going into all of this, because if you look at how things are trending, ain't none of this trending good. None of it.
No.
None of this is trending in a good way. You know, he talked about tariffs as of today. I haven't saw the news this morning or what it looks like, but I know he spoke of issuing these tariffs or making these tariffs effective today, and imposing these tariffs is gonna cause these other countries to come right back and throw it back in our face, so to speak.
Right.
Queen, the question this morning is, you know, we talked about vulnerability yesterday, and people kind of exposed some of their vulnerability, and just kind of keeping with that today a little bit, and exposing some of our greatest fears headed into this new era with this POTUS that we have and the things that are happening, and like what are some of our greatest fears headed into some, you know, because a lot of kind of unknown too, like we don't really know. So we're just trying to expose some of your greatest fears. LaBelle, you got to read these comments because I'm driving, so I can't really just read.
I got you. Adrian said, I'll say this. I was taught by a baby boomer, so I'm blessed for that. I just can't really fear anything. It's actually overwhelming at times. It makes if that makes sense. I get you. Pop says,
So that's a but overwhelming is an attribute of fear.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you're overwhelmed, you know, that could be an attribute of fear. You saying that, hey, I'm taught not to fear, but bro, it's hard to not fear things, especially the unknown things you don't know that you have no control over.
Right. Pop said Canada and Mexico bagged Trump for 30 days on the tariffs. Queen says, good morning, Queen. She said, we're going to all have to move in one big house together and work together through all this mess. Wow.
Yeah, and Queen, that's kind of my take. If like things get that severe to the point where we don't really, like, you know, we don't really know what's kind of popping off. Definitely, like, but you know, you can't have all the supplies at your house.
Use the right 2 lanes to turn slightly right to stay
and
on I-75
everybody that
south.
show up at your house show up empty-handed. What you have ain't gonna last long, right?
Yeah.
So I get us all moving in one house together and sharing resources and all that, but if you ain't bringing no resources, what that
Use
thing
the right
is,
2 lanes to turn slightly right to stay on I-75 South.
you're a liability and not an asset.
Right. Well, I mean, yes and no, because I mean,
Continue on I-75 South
everybody's,
for 20 miles.
everybody's not
You
conscious
you
like
said you
that.
said what now, DeVille?
I said everybody's not conscious like this. So I mean, if a person is, you know, you got to look at your age difference and your knowledge of the stuff that you've acquired down through the years, and depending on who those individuals are that's in your family that come, we ain't saying you need to leech off nobody, but everybody that ain't gonna just have somebody gonna have to take the bull by the horns and be the leader for their particular process if there's something like that was gonna happen.
Correct, but again, if you're not preparing, if you're not doing anything, and you're gonna show up and use all of my resources, you are an asset. I mean, a liability, not an asset.
Right. True that.
You're still a liability. Regardless of how you look at it, you're a liability if you have nothing to bring to the table. It's just like going into a relationship, how we talk about now, going in a relationship, and you going into the relationship and you don't have anything to bring to the relationship. I mean, nothing.
Right.
I'm talking about absolutely nothing. Like we ain't talking about from a financial space. You can't even bring no support.
Welcome to Kentucky.
Mm.
So who wants to enter into a relationship and with somebody that's gonna pose a liability to them as opposed to an asset?
Mm.
Might not be, but the same information,
There's
LaVelle,
a stalled vehicle ahead.
the same information that's available to me as a 55-year-old is available to LaVelle, is available to Azon, is available to Queen, is available to Pop, is available to Phyllis, you see what I'm saying?
Right.
So just because that information and things that are going on is available, you can't be blind to what's going on and say, well, I'm just gonna sit back and see what it do. Then when it happens, you panicky and want to run out there, but it's too late.
Right. True that. Azon says, I'm just doing the best with each 24 hours. To be honest, I'm sick of the orange dude. Sick of that orange dude.
But see, I guess that's the difference in me and you, Azon, is I'm not gonna live 24 hours at a time. I got to think about what the future looks like too. So I gotta try to look ahead. No, we can't predict the future, but you can look at. Oh, I need to stack up on this. Like you said, LaVelle, you and Don talk about. You say, hey, well, let's go make sure we got plenty of water, plenty of necessities. Paper towels and toilet tissue and stuff that we need. It don't take a rocket scientist to figure that out.
Right. Queen said, bring tissue, paper towels, canned goods, gas, a generator. Everybody should play their part. Azon says, I went and got plenty seeds for food. I know how to build a terrarium. All right.
Yeah, man. But that's bringing something. If you saying I got all kinds of seeds for like vegetables and fruits and all this stuff that I could bring, but hell, you still gonna have to have somewhere to plant it.
Mm-hmm.
Where you gonna plant it at? So what if you come to my backyard and I ain't even got no I ain't got no planters back there, I ain't got no grass, I just got all a concrete backyard. What we gonna do with some seeds?
Ain't nothing you gonna be able to do with it. I mean, you can use some pots.
I just said we don't got no planters, we don't got no pots, we ain't got no planters.
I don't know.
And even if we got pots, we gotta have soil, we gotta have dirt and soil.
True that.
So even that, what you talking about, Azon, is a planning thing. So if we have to, so if something happens, if we have to go somewhere, where we going? Oh, are we gonna hold out at the house? What do we have here? Do we have everything we need to hold out here at the house? So I'm just trying to get y'all to think.
There's a stalled vehicle ahead.
I'm just trying to get y'all to think. That's it.
You're right. Queen says, but you won't say no to the kids, grandkids, and grandparents. We just gonna eventually just all try to figure it out.
Am I gonna say no to the kids?
Yeah.
No. But I tell my kids the same thing all the time too, because the information I say y'all need to be stocking up on stuff. But I've already told my children if something happens to the point where y'all it's looking serious, like something to pop off, gather everything that you have that you can carry and get to my house quick.
Well, I don't think she's talking about per se. She's talking about your adult children. She's talking about like if like she has small children, somebody else that has small, like
I can't hardly hear you, bro. I can barely hear you.
Like your grandkids, small children and stuff like that.
Your grandkids did what?
Yes, she's more considered like your small children, not like your adult children.
My adult children.
Not your adult children. She talking about smaller children, like she got a small son. That's what she talking
about. Well, I mean, I don't have small kids like that.
She's talking about overall, like everybody, like you including everybody, like everybody getting ready. That's what she's saying. I believe that's what she's saying.
I mean, you should be planning for them as well. What's your exit strategy? So check this out. What's your exit strategy if your children are in school and something pops off? How quick do you get to the school? How quick do you recover your child and get to safety? That's all I'm saying is you got to have something. You ain't got no kind of plan because everybody gonna be scrambling, right, to get their kids.
Right.
If you don't got no plan, what's the thing they always say? If you fail to plan to fail.
Mm-hmm.
Just like every building has to have an evacuation plan. Every building. So wherever you work or wherever you go, if you're going to going to the Social Security office, if you're in that office, that place has an evacuation plan to get people out of the building to safety in the case of a fire or whatever's going on. So if everybody has to have an exit strategy or plan, what's your plan?
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying. I'm just trying to get y'all to think. And if you say you don't have no fears, that's cool. Kudos. I can't say that.
Right.
I can't say I don't have no fears. I can't say that.
Right. Queen says, that's why conversations always need to be had. Good morning, Phyllis. Phyllis says, I worry that they're gonna get let him get so deep that it's gonna be hard to get back to where we need to be. Queen says, now why don't you have, what did she say? Now why do you don't have no damn grass or no dirt? You living it. She's so stupid.
You could be living in a zero lot place. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You could be living in a zero lot place where you just don't have no grass and all that.
Yeah. She said, Phyllis said, we do realize that if we don't die today, then it will definitely be a tomorrow. We got to be like the Boy Scouts, be prepared. Family meeting need to start now. You're absolutely correct.
Absolutely.
Azon said I was in the 6th grade when the ice storm hit. So that taught me a lot. Dry ice, coolers, generators. Last year, my whole neighborhood was blacked out for a whole week. So I had plenty to eat, and I got gas, and I got a gas oven, so I made it. Okay.
So all I'm trying to get y'all to do is just really think that with dude in office, we don't know, man. We don't know how this tariff stuff is going to affect us. If it happens and it go down, like we don't know, because it's going to have a trickle down effect. It's kind of like this. and this is the only way I can put it. So if you on your job, right, and so you at the lowest level of the job, right? And then you got a supervisor, you got a manager, and then you got somebody over top of them. And everybody is like just, I mean, like there's no huge separation in pay. Like, I mean, there's separation, but I know huge separation. So if I give everybody at the bottom a raise, now they making what the supervisors make.
Right.
So how the supervisors gonna feel?
You gonna feel
right?
slighted.
They're gonna feel like, damn, I gotta supervise the people that make the same thing I make. So now what you gotta do is you gotta get a supervisor money. So now the supervisor then they make with the manager saying, wait a minute, what the heck? Now you gotta get the manager's money. Then the see what I'm saying? So that's how this stuff works, man. With that's how this works with the tariff stuff, where it may not directly affect him, but the people, and when it hit, or just say if they cut the energy off or the power off of New York or whatever, well, it's gonna affect businesses, which is gonna affect people pay. When people ain't gonna have jobs, it's gonna affect, just like already right now, just the him deporting the immigrants. We talked about it yesterday. It's already affecting construction. It's affecting the farmers because nobody wants to do that work, right? No, nobody want to do that work, bro. And so those fields are left unattended. They don't have anybody to pull the fruits, the vegetables, and all this stuff down so we can have these fresh fruits and vegetables. So it ain't gonna affect him, it's gonna affect us.
Right. Good morning, Phelan. Phelan says, good morning. I fear society regression in all aspects. Wow.
Yeah. And that's reality.
Yeah. Azon says, truth be told, look at how all the recalls was happening before he was in office.
Look, man, all I'm saying is we don't really know to the magnitude of how this is going to truly impact all of us. We don't know to what. And so rather than to sit back and wait to see how it's going to impact me, at least start to say, let me at least plan, or let's have a plan of action. Let's have a family meeting, as Queen said. Let's sit down with a family member, with those who we love and we're close with, and say, look, y'all, we don't know. And some of the older people might tell you, hey, we done been through all this, we done been through worse than this. And that's fine. You know, you got some older people that's 70, 80, 90 years old that might tell you that. And that's fine. They might be like, I done lived my life, but those of us who 50 that feel like we might have another 20, 30 years left, we still got to try to survive. And those who are younger. And you know, some of the older people, they like, we just tired, sitting our way, but it's gonna be, it's gonna be. But we can't think like that.
Yeah.
Now that we planning on surviving whatever comes our way.
The other part about it, Tony, is that us as a black people in the black race, we so far divided to, like, you know, some of these people, man, ain't even paying attention to what this stuff is going on. It ain't even make no difference. They constantly keeping on doing what they doing.
Right. So and y'all know we like to travel abroad, do all that, right? So this is even impacting, like, my thought process. Like, okay, you know, I don't want to stop planning to do it, because, you know, you have to. Well, I have to. I don't know. Somebody, y'all pockets might be deep to the point y'all don't have to plan way in advance, but I plan my trips in advance. And so my pockets ain't deep like that. I had to pay for my stuff, and, you know, then save up my little spending money, all that stuff, right?
Right.
But I'm still looking like, okay, I'm planning, but I'm saying, well, I don't want to be caught out of pocket either.
Mm-hmm.
So that's always still in the back of my mind. I heard Mel say yesterday, look, I'm still gonna live my life, and I'm not telling you not to live your life, but not to be so scared where you can't live your life. Like COVID, when COVID first hit, it had people shook, bro. Well, folks, I ain't leaving the house, I ain't going nowhere, I ain't doing nothing, And this is kind of like COVID without the infection.
Yeah.
Would you like to take a break? Boy, this car is smart.
Oh wow. Azon says they saying the saying goes, pray for the best.
Use the right two lanes to turn slightly right on I-71 south. Signs for
I've been
Louisville.
trying to do that with my family, but I was looked at as crazy. Then they was mad because I was good. Even during the pandemic, I was chilling. It didn't bother me.
So in that case,
use the right two lanes to turn slightly right onto I-71 south.
Especially when you have people that that's really close to you, that you love, that you know that they just mind just so like for me, I know my mom is 80 years old, finna be 80 years old. My mama probably ain't thinking about none of this stuff. Yeah, she sees some of the stuff, but she probably ain't really thinking about it. So my preparation is based on, I need to make sure I got enough to cover my mom, because or if we got to redirect and hold out at her spot. You know what I'm saying? I know because I'm looking at where we got space, and where if people got to lay their head, and people got to, you know what I'm saying? We got the space there too. So we can easily throw everything on the back of the truck and head over there and unpack and say, y'all meet us at Mom's house. That's what we going to hold up in.
Right.
Because I know she got a generator, and I got a generator, so I'm like, bring the generators, bring what gas fuel you have, bring what food you have, bring what tents, whatever. Because you don't know, we might have to be in the backyard camped out in tents. And we got tents.
Mm-hmm.
Might be a whole little reservation back there, you know what I'm saying? So I don't care how your family looks at you, Azon, you still go ahead on and prepare anyway, because your responsibility first is to your son, you and your son.
Yeah.
So you make sure you and your son have first, and then say, okay, now we got us covered. Let me look at maybe moms, I got to get mom over here or whoever. Let me look at getting these people to get, here. Because I'm telling you, there's going to be people in your family that's not going to be thinking about this type of stuff. Or they just don't believe fat meat is greasy.
Yeah. One of my other concerns is, Tony, as well, man, is a lot of these people mental well-being. Because a lot of these folks ain't finna start tripping,
Right.
Folks' jobs being threatened, they well-being or how they, was living at one time. One of my homegirls, she works, and I'm sure in some sense of the matter, we have somebody that works for the federal government. And she told me yesterday in a roundabout way that she's feared that her job is being tampered with, and she's been working for the federal government as long as I've known her, and they don't know what's going to happen with her job.
Right, uncertainty, and if you've been doing something for 15, 20 years and you don't know what the hell is going down or how, that's scary, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a federal job. So what about the people who have regular jobs that some of the moves he's making is going to impact their jobs too? I'm talking about regular jobs.
Right.
I work for city government, and if we get funding too at the city. We get government funding to run the city too. So what if they cut our funding, and we gotta? So as a city, with the city of Memphis, if they cut our funding, that means the city as a whole is going to be impacted. Then they might say we got to raise the tax to cover this and cover that, right? Or then they might say we got to start Because it has happened before where they've taken pay from the employees and we're gonna have to reduce y'all pay by 5%. And your life is already set up based on a certain budget. Now you gotta work for 5% less if you want to work your job.
Mm-hmm.
I think that, matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, that has even happened to Dunn before where she had to take a cut in pay. And FedEx.
No, not really. They didn't happen to her.
So I know FedEx they cut jobs and people pay before. So maybe she might just not been impacted by it, but whatever.
I mean, just the type of position she's in. That's all. She's not that type of employee.
Yeah, that's why I said maybe it just didn't affect her, but I know people who it affected. It impacted. You know, so I mean, maybe she blessed if it never impacted her. She blessed like a mother.
She didn't get any bonuses one time. But that happens all the time, depending on what's going on with the economy.
Right.
As far as but not necessarily the economy. It was what as far as their fiscal year and what happened in their fiscal year and everything like that. So as far as the company is concerned.
It's just crazy, man. Like you don't know how you're gonna get from one. I mean, it's unnerving. It's like I don't know, like and as Azon said earlier, man, it can be overwhelming.
It is. It got you talking about it and you don't want to talk about it.
Right.
But you got to talk about it.
You don't even want to be thinking about this mess.
Right.
You don't even want to be thinking about it, never alone talking about it. But it's a reality.
Mm-hmm.
If you listen to this, I don't even know how y'all like. I listen to like his speeches sometimes, and I just to see what ignorant stuff he gonna say, and I'm like the stuff that he says. And then he basically said yesterday, Elon Musk has the autonomy to fire people, but he has to bring it to them first. And Elon and his team is looking at all of the financials, and we're just messed up all across the board, and we're just messed up, and it's just spending and it's unnecessary spending and all of this stuff, and Elon Musk is gonna clean all of that up. What the fuck?
It's crazy, bro. It really is. It's almost like it's like a big ass game, and you playing with our lives. You know what I'm saying? And
it is a game to him, bro. Somebody posted a thing from an old newspaper thing from him when he was, what was that, 90s? Was it the 90s moment on that thing? It was like I think it was like the 90s where they interviewed. That's when he still kind of looked, he didn't look as like he orange as he looked now. But the paper said, they asked him, would you ever think about running for like being a politician, running for office? He said, yeah, I probably could. If I do it, I'd be in the Republican Party because they all dumb and stupid anyway. They'll believe any lie I tell them.
Wow.
Yeah, I wish I had shared it in the group, but they had a picture of the clip, the newspaper clip had on there, that him saying if I did, I'd be Republican because they dumb. They believe anything you tell them. I can tell them a lie to lie, they'll believe it. And that's basically what he's been doing.
Yeah, I actually watched
that into existence.
Yeah, I actually watched a documentary about him on YouTube here before, while the campaign and stuff was going on. And if you understand the trajectory and the backdrop of dude's whole lifestyle, dude is a big ass kid. He's a big ass child. You know what I'm saying? It's sad, bro. It's sad what we having to deal with. We get it back.
It's so crazy. Like his supporters though, it's crazy because his supporters saying, "Oh, he's cleaning up everything." And I was like, okay, it ain't hit you yet. But some of the people that have voted for him is already been hit, and they like, I voted for him, and I just don't agree with something. No, y'all. That's who y'all wanted in office. That's who you wanted.
Yep.
That's what you get. Did you download the
Yeah.
T? Okay. All right. But yeah, so you got. He said the stuff he say makes me cringe, and I'm sick of Elon slow ass.
Yeah, he's so smart to Elon's so smart to he dumb. It's ridiculous.
But this is who everybody voted for. Didn't want a black woman in office so bad, and this is who we got. Yep. Queens are all he want is money on. He playing with American like it's just a globe in science class. Yeah. And he's pushing so bad for Canada to join US as a state, the 51st state. You want a whole country to become a state. And that's why he really wants to impose, he want to inflict financial hardship on them to where, but in the process of doing it, it's going to inflict it on us just as much as we on them.
Well, some of those people, depending on the situation they're in as far as their business and what type of business they have, because of how the taxes are, they may actually benefit from it. This is a side of it that nobody's discussing. This dude I was watching on TikTok said that some companies that's already actually moving into the United States out of Canada, and it actually made them a plus in their business. You know, whether I see it on paperwork or how that actually looks, I'm not looking in deep into it, but I don't know. It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, but that ain't gonna happen, bro. That ain't gonna happen. And the companies that's moving, you got to think about it. Who is Donald Trump? Everything that Donald Trump does benefits who?
The rich.
It benefits the rich and businesses that want to not pay their taxes and all that stuff. Because that's how he want to set up that way, where the rich just get richer. Pharmaceutical, big pharma and insurance companies get richer. Just like all those insurance companies that cancel all these people policies in California with the wildfires. Bro, that's evil. That's some evil shit, bro. These people that paid y'all money for years now, so you cancel their policy so you wanted to pay out. That's evil. That's evil shit, bro.
It is.
That's evil. And I don't care how you look at it. That is some evil shit.
I ain't gonna get too deep into it.
Good morning, man. Azon said he was privileged. That's what the money does to certain people. Yeah. So again, like I said, all those people down there still rooting and saying, "Oh, he cleaning up this boy. He cleaning up our country. Oh, he making our country great again." He ain't hit them yet. It still ain't hit them yet. And when it do, see them people that voted for him, they got them farmers that voted for him, and them big construction company that voted for him. Now they feeling that all the immigrants gone. He deporting them, or they hiding out because they don't want to be deported, right? These folks is literally hiding so they won't be deported.
Yeah.
Now they're feeling that blow, because if you don't have workers to build houses, and all these new constructions left because of these new constructions are not finished, and the rain and the weather and all of this stuff hits them, they're gonna fall apart, bro. And if I'm buying the house, I'm telling you, run me my coins back, because I don't want that deal, because you ain't finna sell me no rotted out house that's been sitting in the elements and not finished correctly, or I'm in the house and the fucking house fall in on me.
It's crazy, bro.
All right, these things rolling in now, so you're gonna have to probably.
I was waiting on you to finish your thought process before I cut you off. We stopped at Azon again. Azon says, but see, some of these companies that's globalized in the countries, though, they think about it. Call customer service. You can hear he wants it in two classes, rich and poor.
Yeah.
Queen said, "Now why the fuck why the would you CSL this policy like that? Is that legal? Man, they don't care.
They don't
That's
care
not
if it's
even,
legal or not.
yeah, they don't care." Pop
He,
said,
he, he trying to tab and disband all of the policies anyway.
right. Everybody got upset when Elon gained access to the federal payment system. This covers Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, federal government employees. This is what we are up against. Think about it.
Yep.
Queen said, what has made a difference is that he have done. He's taking all the Mexicans away. So who out here building this stuff in 2 days? Right. Wanted to see, yeah,
Ain't no
crazy,
building
bro.
going on. Ride past some of these construction sites, especially since he basically put a hit out on everybody, like telling you if you report illegal aliens, we'll pay you. In some states,
That's
if people
crazy.
can turn you in, your neighbors and stuff can turn you in. They like, we ain't they coming out the house. We better go get out and eat out tortillas and rice. We ain't coming out the house till we feel like it's safe to come out again.
Crazy. Queen said,
That's
Tony, they
right.
need
Anyway,
you.
man, it's time to clock that tea, bro.
Let's go.
Good morning. Y'all know what time it is. Put them phones down. Pull over. Put them fingers up. It's time to clock that tea with your girl, Queen Watkins. I hope y'all had good morning. But y'all know it's time to get into this tea. Okay. So there is a student that has a jewelry reader. Now, with this jewelry reader, you can put it on any of your jewelry and tell if it's real or if it's fake. So he decided to do it to a few of his teachers. Like, he seen that they had wedding rings on. So he was like, let me try it on them. And he decided to record it. Yeah, when I tell y'all, each one of these ladies had the exact same reaction. And they had been married for 20 to 30 years. They all had the same reaction. So he would put the little reader thing on their ring and let them know, like, oh, your ring is not real. So the way that you can tell is the little machine thing will beep, 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 if it's real, right? And if it's not real, it's not going to do anything. It's going to stay in the red. So he would tell them, oh, your ring is not real. Y'all, these ladies was calling their husbands immediately, spazzing out. You mean to tell me I'm wearing a fake ring? You mean to tell me this ain't real? Y'all, they was spazzing. One lady, she was like, oh, I know these are real. We've been together for so long. I know my rings are real, blah, blah, blah. So one of them was real. But the anniversary ring was not real. He said, oh, you got 3 pieces of glass on your finger. And she was like, oh, no, baby, this ain't no glass. This ain't glass. I'm going to let you know that right now. My man spent some money. After 20, 30 years, he better spend some money. So, y'all, you can hear them spazzing out like, why I'm wearing this fake ring, blase, blase. Like, I was shocked because y'all have been together so long. Y'all mean to tell me this type of reaction you get because you wearing a fake ring on your finger? I mean, it's not about the cost. You feel me? With the marriage, right? It's supposed to be about true love. Maybe that man couldn't afford that high-ass ring. These rings are high. I get it. The time frame, you feel like you deserve more, which is nothing wrong with that, upgrading your ring as you go. But hell, they still look nice. They just wasn't real. I just do not get the concepts of getting so upset about the ring. If you guys are together, if you guys are happy together, honestly, what does it really matter? Yeah, had a conversation. Yeah, you might be in a question mark like, dang, I thought this was real. But it shouldn't be as serious as you getting that mad over you finding out the ring that you had on your finger was fake. Because Hell, to be honest, you would have never known if that little boy didn't have that reader. Like, who walking around with a reader trying to see who ring is real or not, right? So be satisfied with what you got on your finger, sweetheart. You married, sweetheart. All right, y'all. That's all the time that I have today. Make sure y'all tune in to 2 Minute Hats, not one, 2 Minute Hats, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. sharp. And don't forget to get you all's meet and greet tickets before they're sold out. Yeah, this is an event that you don't want to miss. Y'all have a blessed day. Bye.
Well, I think she be like talking me and Monk's conversations.
Wow.
I think she be in our conversation because I just yesterday I was telling Monk, I said we was talking about the lab grown diamonds. I said, how the hell you grow a diamond in a lab? Like, and she was baby's like, I think they just manufacture in the lab. Like, I don't think they actually grow them. I was like, but that's what they said. They was like lab grown diamonds, you know. So I don't know, but they are test like they're real diamonds, but they're not real diamonds. And a lot of times they'll put them into real gold and all that stuff as well, you know. So you got these lab diamonds and fake gold, I mean real gold. And so I guess I get what Quita's saying, like, what does it really matter? Because nowadays, if y'all know a lot of these rappers and stuff, these rappers ain't wearing real jewelry.
Yeah. You know,
they ain't wearing no, and if you pull out the diamond test and put it on there, it's gonna show like it's real, but it's not. They're not spending $250,000 on a chain no more. They spending $6,000 on a chain.
Yep.
Maybe not even $6. It might be $650. And I wish before Monkey made me spend $3,500 on this black diamond chain that I would have spent $600 on the chain. But you know, I guess I'm like Queen. I don't really understand the significance of why you get so upset, and I think it's more so. Now, if you're a person that you saying I'm investing in this ring as an investment, that hey, if something happened later on, we have to sell this ring to live or survive. We got something, because what you have, if you got a lab created diamond, is worthless, you know. But if you got real diamonds, at least, you know, and that's my reason for buying real diamonds, is that hey, it's an investment. If something happened, and you know, we can rely on, we can still eat. We can sell a ring, sell a bracelet, sell a necklace, something we can eat. That's my only take on it. Especially again, talking it just smoke, yeah, it's smoking mirrors, bro. But a lot of these kids don't know that. You know what I'm saying? And that's the part that get me, because these kids don't really know that it's smoking mirrors. And these kids are out here thinking, I gotta go out here and rob somebody. I gotta go so I can get my stacks up, so I can go spend 15 stacks on a real chain, or you know, $10,000 on a pair of earrings, because that's what everybody's doing. You know what I'm saying? And that might not be necessarily be the case. Thought you was finna. Yeah, I'll talk to LaVille for a minute while I get my gas.
We ain't got that much long to know.
Every morning at 8:30 a.m. Also on Wednesday, service at 6:30 p.m.
Damn. Okay, y'all talk to LaVille while I get my gas. May as well just put that money in a savings and don't put it on my finger. People lose ring, folks. Still, it ain't right. Queen, you got a little wisdom to be so young.
One thing about jewelry is, and I worked in the pawn shop for a long time. A lot of times, the value of the ring is more so the gold. While I download it, it's more so the gold than the actual diamond itself. If you do your history and your backdrop and do some of the the history on diamonds and how diamonds became valuable, you'll be very, very amazed of what we spend our money on. Gold is where the money is. A lot of these Mexicans that we're talking about today, those Mexicans, that's how they actually fund their families. When I worked at the pawn shop, those people were used to bring in 24 karat gold. I ain't talking about 18 karat or 10K. I'm talking about 24 karat gold. One guy brought in a bracelet, and he can just name his price on how much he can get a loan for. I think one time he got a loan for like $6,000. Yeah, it is all about status, Rodney.
It's cold like that.
The true value of the jewelry is in the gold, not that diamonds don't have any value. But when, like I said, when you go back and do your research on where diamonds came from and the family who made diamonds popular, you understand that you need to put your investments in gold. The gold actually dictates the economy. I'm sure Tony can tell y'all about that because he's getting into like the stocks and bonds and stuff like that. Gold is where the money is. Trace the gold.
I mean, diamonds. Look, diamonds are worth a lot of money depending on the stone, the size of the stone, the kind of stone, the clarity of the stone. So, if you got a whole bunch of diamond chips, like my bracelet is a whole bunch of little diamond chips. This ain't really worth, like, I could go to the store and probably get $200 or $300 from the pawn shop, but like from a diamond's perspective, this is nothing. Like, because there's a whole bunch of little mini chips. But if I got a 10 karat diamond necklace on, and the you got 1 carat, you know what I'm saying, or half a carat stones all the way around or whatever, you know what I'm saying, or one big giant 7 karat diamond that's flawless, that's when you're talking about the money. Other than that, like gold, because they use gold for so much stuff, man. They got gold in electronics and everything.
Right.
I didn't know this till I found this out, that I saw a dude that actually he goes in electronics and he pulls the gold, he melts it out of the electronics and he packs it out, and then he sells the gold. But he has to go through a whole bunch of electronics to get this gold out. And he just take it'd be little small pieces, and he drop it in the thing, then he melts it down to finally he has enough to make a little small gold bar, and he set it to the side. He keep doing it, then he make another little gold bar, then he turns it in.
Yep.
So that's crazy, but yeah, give me the house before the stones. Right.
Man, what?
Hey, that you got used? No. I go when you come.
I thought it was gonna drive over there.
Oh, okay, but it's cold as hell out here.
We got in Kentucky, ain't it?
Yeah, we in Kentucky now. Yeah, we in Kentucky.
Hey y'all.
We done drove through. Dayton and Cincinnati.
Hey Lavelle.
You got it going on.
I'm saying, hey,
You need to talk to Lavelle when you come back. I gotta use it when you come back.
She's so stupid.
So yeah, it's correct, man. We almost out of here anyway. We got 1 minute. So let's let me talk about this real quick, man. So we pretty much, like, everybody we ran across in Ohio, we've invited down to April 5th and before. So it's April the 5th, right? April the 5th, right? We coming down April 5th. So if everybody comes down, Mayor Mac, I'm killing you. I'm killing you, Mayor Mac. If everybody comes down from Ohio for this event, bro, we're gonna have probably at least 10 people from Ohio that come down. So That'll be over my 10 right there, man, Mac. I'm slaying you. But the 2 Men Enhanced Meet and Greets podcast networking event Saturday, April the 5th from 12 to 4. It's kind of like a day party theme, kind of. We're gonna have vendors. It's at the Alpha Memphis Education Foundation, 4122 Barton, Memphis, Tennessee. $25 in advance, $30 at the door. Make sure you get your tickets in advance. Queen, keep reminding us every day to get these tickets in advance. We know you still got time. You got plenty of time. So, but we still want you to get those tickets, man. We want to get those tickets so you can secure your spot. We're not gonna do no assigned tables or nothing like that. Just once you get your ticket, the first one comes to the event, you get your ticket, pick your table. And if you're in the back of the room, then that's what you get. If you're one of them late people, you'll be in the back of the room. But we looking forward to a great networking event. That's where we can network, share. Let me share this. I want to share something with you guys because we do have a lot of people on here who have businesses or just you got several social media platforms, whether you're an influencer or whatever it is. I want to tell you guys about this. You might already know about this. My son put me on to this. But I bought this on TikTok. It's called the Dot Card. And it's basically has a thing on the back. And so when you go places, people ask you for a business card. Like people always ask me for a business card. Sometimes I had to run back to my car, or even I'm not in my car, I'd be like, hey, well, you can just look me up on social media. Well, they can literally take their phone and scan this, and it gives all of your information. It gives them your phone number, all your social media accounts. Matter of fact, I'm gonna scan my phone. I just want to show y'all. I'm gonna scan this with my phone just to kind of show y'all what it pulls up. And then I'm gonna get out of here. So I scanned it, and it pulls up all of my information. I don't know. Oh, there you go. You can see a picture of me. Let me get out of this. I don't know what happened. Oh, there you go. But it it actually got a button on here where you can exchange the contact information, where you can hit that and exchange contact information with the person. Or you could download, once you scan it, you can download their information into your contacts, which is cool. So you can have that information. But it has your cell phone, it has your email address, I got my Instagram, I got my TikTok, my Facebook, my LinkedIn, my YouTube. If you want them to have your Cash App so they can be able to, all of it. It's got all of it in here. And it's got all of my contact information.
Well, I use something similar. I use Hi Hello on my phone.
Yeah.
And got the same information. I don't have to have no card, and then just go to my phone, put in Hi Hello, and it has the what's the name? This URL scan code. I just show on my phone and boom, bam. So got all my stuff.
I just like that .com because they can scan that code and just pull it up and then save it straight to their contacts, and have it. It's really cool to be able to do that. Anyway, we got to get out of here, man. But thank you guys so much again for tuning in and sharing and being very vulnerable with us this morning and sharing your fears. But we got to get out here and do as Queen says. We got to start meeting with family and talking about things and talking about, hey, if this happens, come here, meet here, or let's get here. If you can't get here, go there. We got to don't just have a plan, have a plan and a backup plan. And hopefully, everything will work out. Maybe we won't, we'll just be planning for nothing. But if we're not, and we're planning for something, at least hopefully we'll be prepared. Right. All right. So anywho, we'll talk to you guys tomorrow on Wednesday, that Hump Day Wednesday. The Veg on pray us out, brother.
Most definitely, man. There's a lot of uncertainty. Love on your family. You got some unresolved issues. Try to get those resolved. Love on each other, man. This will be the time to do so. And take heed to some of the conversations that we're having. I know most definitely be talking to my children and my wife. Like I said, we had these type of conversations all the time anyway. So there it is. Y'all be safe on that road. Let's pray. Most gracious eternal God, our Father, Lord God, we thank you for waking us up this morning, starting us on our way, giving us reasonable portion of health and strength. Continue to bless our efforts, Lord God, as we continue to share and help each other be better versions of ourselves than we were yesterday. Continue to touch Tony family, my family, Queen family, and every family that's assembled with us. And we ask you to do it in your dollar son Jesus' name. And we said amen.
Amen. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Same bat time.
Same bad place.
2 Men in Hats. Let's talk about it.
It's the 2 Minute Hats podcast. Let's talk about it every morning at 8:30 a.m. and also on Wednesday it's the midweek service at 6:30 p.m. You can also join our Facebook group on Facebook podcast with the most. We got Tony Mays and Lavelle Salter. It's the 2 Minute Hats podcast. Let's talk about it.